What's up, Mr. Gotti? I'm back with a point blank period. And people have been asking me on campus, they were like, where you been, bro? I ain't seen a video in a minute. Well, things been going on. I've been in flux, but ain't no excuses because I'm back now. So, what I'm about to do is I'm about to review a video that I did about a couple months ago before the NFL season started. Me and my friend Nate, we did a video projecting our top 5 NFL teams going into the season. And now, it's been 8 weeks. That's half of the year. Things change. Let's see how accurate at least my projections were. So that's what I'm finna do. But my 5 team gonna be the Steelers, bro. The Pittsburgh Steelers. The eventual AFC North champions. Well, before the year I had Pittsburgh being my number 5. The 5th best team in the NFL going into 2018 was the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what I projected. Now, do I think it's the craziest thing? Do I feel like I was wrong? No. I think I still have a pretty good batting average. If you ask me, I'm 1 for 1. So, it might not have been a home run. They might not be the consensus 5th team. But I think they're still in that conversation. So, you know, proud of myself. So, let's go and see who I had at 4. And I said, I was pretty confident. Y'all heard me? I was like, yeah, eventual AFC North champions. Right now, they are leading the AFC North with a record of 4-2-1. A division that's been kind of surprising with the records of the Bengals and the records of the Ravens. So, not too bad if you ask me, but you know. Now let's see what happened for my number 14. Another team that's on the rise, new to everybody, the Los Angeles Rams. So, they got a lot of people.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Putting the Rams at 4. They got. I'm not so sold on Jeff Goff. No, Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Oh man, like I'm not sold on him, bro. I'm sold on Jared Goff. Well, clearly I was wrong about the Rams being the 4th best team. Let's see who I had ahead of them. But at the moment, I felt confident. You know, Jeff Goff was just coming off of his first year, so I was like, all right. Sometimes the performance isn't always there. They were putting all these defensive players together. I was thinking, you know what? We might not know exactly how they're going to gel. They might not be everything that we think they're going to be, and they weren't. So let's slow your roll when you think about it. They've let up a lot of points, but we're going to get to that later. But Jared Goff is definitely the truth.
The Rams is back, them bullets getting tossed. 16 on your back like you fucking Jeff Goff.
Todd Gurley is the best back in the NFL. I think that's been proven. Cowboy fans may not agree, but guess what? I'm not a Cowboy fan. I cannot ignore the fact that the team is 8-0 and definitely is no longer deserving of the number 4 spot in the NFL. So, do I get points for having them on my list? Or y'all gonna knock me for having them so low? Who knows? But that was my number 4 team. I was kind of right. But to each his own. Well, let's see who I had at 3 now. Who I'm putting in my 3? I got the defending Super Bowl champions. I got the Philadelphia Eagles at 3.
Okay.
Everybody thinks it's a little too low for them. Why, Darian? Why, DNG? Why, D-Gotti? And no, I didn't need to say why 3 times. I just want you to know everything that people call me. Alright. So, it wasn't too low. Actually, it might have been too high. They're not playing like a top 5 team in the NFL. Now, their record is 4-4. That could be reflected by the fact that Nick Foles started the first 2 games, but he took the team to 1-1. So even Carson Wentz has had a 500 record. I really be trying to weasel my way out, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I said this might be too low. I guess I was just too high. I was. This is a team that is probably going to improve because this is being recorded right after the trade deadline. I'm going to put it out right before the Thursday night game. But they just acquired Golden Tate to pair up with Alshon Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar. So now you have Alshon and you have Golden on the outside and you have Aguilar in the slot. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. The defense has been that defense. We know that they're going to show up and play. The front 7. There's still some question marks on the, in the secondary with Jalen Mills being able to be picked apart almost whenever they please. But gosh, the front 7 is so menacing. They rush the ball, and Jalen Mills looks a little bit better than I think he might truly be. But I had Philly in my top 5. Now, not so much. Now let's get to the top 2. In the league, and I'm going to pop it off, I got Jacksonville Jaguars for one reason. You know, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but I actually believe in Blake Bortles. I think that Blake Bortles is going to take another step this year to being a really good quarterback. I don't even know what to say about that. Y'all know I was wrong. I still stand, you know, if y'all know me, y'all know that I'm a man that's gonna stand on his 10 toes, you feel me? If I said it, I said it. Y'all got the proof. I said it. Blake Bortles gonna take the next step. But when I said that, I thought it was gonna be a step forward. Instead, he took a step backwards. It happens. But let me tell you why. The Jacksonville Jaguars are not the second best team in the league. They're not top 2 and they're not 2. But that's because, A, the Kansas City Chiefs came and dismantled the defense, and I think ever since then they have not been able to recover. But let's talk about the most important thing. Leonard Fournette has not been healthy. I know y'all wanted me to say Blake Bortles, but it's not going to happen. That is not the driving factor, because Blake Bortles was never that guy for the team. He was a guy for the team, but he was never that guy. Leonard Fournette was the offense. Blake Bortles was the complement. So now that Leonard Fournette has been hurt, Blake Bortles has been put more on the forefront. He has to pass more. So now we're seeing his inadequacies. Now we're seeing the things that he's not that good at that we already knew, but now they're being shined on even more because they're asking more of him. Blake Bortles might have been able to take a step forward if Leonard Fournette wasn't hurt. If the running game was better. Blake Bortles is not the guy that's going to win you the team. When I say I believe in Blake, I don't believe in Blake to be Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, or Tom Brady. I believe in Blake Bortles to be Andy Dalton with a great defense and a great running game. That's what I believe. But now no great running game, no great defense. I'm not absolving him of any blame, but I'm just saying let's understand the context, you know? All that being said, Jacksonville is not playing like a top 5 team. They're not playing like a top 10 team. Now, honestly, I'm disappointed in myself to be that wrong, but if y'all did a video, y'all be wrong too. So, it is what it is, right? Nobody could have seen that coming. Now, let's see why I got it 1. It's not really a surprise, y'all. Y'all see it, but I'll put the clip up. Y'all know who it is, man. It's the Saints. Not trying to build any kind of suspense here. Y'all know what I'm rocking with. Who that nation? You know what it is. But we're going to see the clip, and we're going to explain it. Well, my number 1 team also should come as no surprise. I ain't want to be too much of a homer. I don't know if y'all can read it, but I got New Orleans across the top. I'm rocking with my Saints, man. He might have been put his team at 5, but I'm not. And I also believe that we can be number 1, man. I told y'all what it is. Look, the New Orleans Saints are playing like a top 5 team. And honestly, the Rams are taking so much shine that some people might not be able to recognize it. But that doesn't make what I said any less true. They're playing like one of the top teams. I'm sorry. A lot of people think that when I discuss anything New Orleans related sports-wise, I'm biased. Now, while they may be true, you can also not ignore the facts. The Saints are 6-1. Bumbled up against the Buccaneers, but since then have rattled off 6 straight wins. All that being said, I do not feel any kind of hurt from putting the Saints at number 1 in this video. The Jaguars wrong. Philly was wrong. The Saints at number 1 was not. It might have been an incorrect placement, but they're playing definitely. They're one of the top 5 teams that is definitive. In that top 5, they're one of the teams that you cannot question that they deserve to be there. So, bias, you can say what you want to say. Facts, that can't be debated. Now I'm finna get in for what my top 5 is right now, as of 8 weeks going into the season. Who's playing like the 5 best teams in the NFL? That's the question that everybody wants to know. And it's the question I got the answers to, and that's why you clicked. So let's see what's going down.
Team is the Los Angeles Rams. You know, They got
Bro,
better.
come on, bro.
They got better on both sides of the ball. Let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? They got probably the best running back in the game, and Todd Gurley.